And I'm back. And we're going to stand another 5 minutes on each side. Yeah, it's going. So let's do that right now. And I'm going to try to do, I'm going to use the counter for the camera and try to hold it 5 minutes for each side. I got it right there. Let's tighten up my stance a little bit so it's kind of more on my core. And yeah, so one of the things I've said in the past is, my videos aren't edited. They're not like NBC level videos or ABC or Disney. It's just, basic. My videos are, for basic people, not basic people, but for people who want to better their lives through their health. And it's completely possible to do this. I just devote an hour a day to this, an hour to 45 minutes, which is all you get if you're a working person, or if you have kids, or if you have responsibilities like school and kids at the same time. And it's like a nightmare to manage. And of course, while you're managing all this, like, your health just takes a back seat, and that's a problem I see with many adults. So yeah, check the time here. I'm at 1 minute 30 seconds, so I've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Hopefully I can hold out. Like, my muscles aren't screaming at me to stop. It's just sort of like a mental hurdle, plus forcing my hands to squeeze the weight and hold it. Look around here. So eventually, when it cools down, I'll get back to kettlebell walking. Or if this contract ends and there's no extensions on this contract, I'll definitely head back up to Seattle, and I'll be showing more of the surrounding area, like trails, trees, waterfalls, stuff like that. Interesting things to see on my channel. Also doing kettlebell workouts in those areas. And I'll be doing the kettlebell walk at the trail where I went to high school at, which is in Renton. And then I think I'm gonna do, like, put boxer's tape or some kind of tape on my kettlebell so I can hold it, because it rains a lot there. So I need something to grip with, and I personally don't like using gloves, not because they're not useful, but because, like, I got, like, big bulky looking fingers, and, like, they very rarely, and I mean rarely, make gloves that fit. If they do, they're, like, ultra expensive. It's the same with it's the same problem I have with the time here, 2 minutes left. Same problem I have with a weight belt is my stomach is, like, real big, so I can't get a weight belt around my stomach. So, like, doing power clean, I can do power cleans. I can do power clean lifts where you hoist it up over your body, but it's really dangerous without the proper equipment. So, I just don't do that stuff. Minute and 30 seconds left. Stand up a little bit straighter. And I think this is going to be the standard, just 5 minutes in each hand. You can vary it and do it on one foot or both feet. It all depends on what you're comfortable with and how far you want to develop your balance, because this also helps with your balance and holding straight. Not holding, balancing you straight up. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. 45 seconds left. Then we'll switch hands, and then we'll do the same thing. And then I'm gonna definitely move on to a different exercise after this. I count each hold a set, so try to do 5 minutes for each hand and try to do it 4 times. So yeah, that's about it. And of course, I'm trying to activate my core here. Yeah. And of course, sometimes the struggle comes in, the muscles in the arms here, which are struggling a little bit. But they're holding together. And that's 5 minutes. that's hard work right there. At least I think it's hard work. It's definitely something different. Let's see if I can get my other hand to look the same. All red with blood rushing back into it. So I'm waiting for the 6-minute mark here. And then we'll pick it up again and try it. Then the 11th minute will be the 5-minute mark. And the reason I'm waiting is I'm actually using the camera timer to actually time this, so it's very useful. And give my hand a little break here. Give my core a little break, tighten up my stance. Here we go. Yeah, so now I'll hold it in this hand for 5 minutes. Sometimes I don't, like I'm good with technology, but sometimes I don't know why I got into it. It's just all like, but I strive to work at it, but it's just like, it's like a real headache. It's a skill like anything else you have to maintain and work at. And I didn't do anything yesterday because I went out and bought an SSD drive and a terabyte hard drive, external hard drive, not on my passport, but the other one, the blue model. So I can back up all my videos, because I do all this off my phone. I'm not gonna buy like a GoPro camera or any of that jazz. It's not what I'm about. So theoretically, I doubt it's working this way, but theoretically, I'm using the SSD drive because it's a solid state drive that just holds a block of data. So there's no internal platter, there's no read-write head, stuff like that. So theoretically, I'm using the solid state drive as a caching system for the videos that I put onto the external drive. And I haven't put any videos on there yet. I'm hoping to reduce the amount of time it takes to put videos on there, depending on the size of them. So when I get a shot, I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to try and see if there's reduced time. Of course, the laptop itself is actually running much faster. Videos are loading much faster. I have OpenRA, which is old school Command and Conquer, Red Alert, and Dune on Linux. It's called OpenRA. Anybody can go and get it. And that's running 3 times faster. So yeah, and like I can hear the processor processing faster as well. You just get a little fan noise and it's just processing processes. And I have a Linux installer, and if you click the option to download the latest updates and the latest other stuff with it, it'll put 1504 on there, which is really solid, but 1604 is actually available. Check the time here. 1604 is actually available. And since I'm not doing like any serious dev work or anything like that, I'm just learning a little bit of light coding in my spare time, like Python and Ruby. I don't really need a whole lot to do that, so I can where I'm going with this is I can upgrade to 1604 and I'll be fine. The cool thing about upgrading to 1604 is that you can use a .NET framework with it. And what .NET framework did is I believe it replaced a bunch of any files or some file format, I can't remember, where you needed multiple files for multiple languages to actually read those languages, and it replaced all that with just the .NET framework. Check the time here. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And then once this is done, I'll show you the lifting exercise that I do. It's like curling with your stomach, and with those I just do as much as I can, 3 sets. Then of course I do the kettlebell swing. I might do the kettlebell swing after this just to throw it in there. Then pick up where the lifting up the weight with your lower back and strengthening it out picks up at. Sorry, my language is a bit slurred. It's kind of difficult for me to do this. Tighten up my stance here. I was standing a little wide. You don't want to stand wide with this. And you can just feel the weight pulling on the tendons, pulling down on your stomach, pulling down on your core, pulling down on everything you are. Small analogy for life, I suppose. It's just pulling down on you and holding you back. Only with this little life kettlebell, you can put it down at any time. You don't have to overstrain yourself or overstress yourself like I do. I'm just trying to push myself to my natural limits. And then when we get back, I'll talk about the weightlifting I used to do, where you have big round muscles and stuff like that. And that's it. Look at that. Look at that hard work. Squeezed hands that are red. I'm sure that there's a joke in there somewhere. I'll just leave you guys to it.